evening. I'm Masha Nigamage bringing you Prime TV News. We take a look at your headlines first. ₹140 million and assets more than 7 billion rupees belong to the group which committed the Easter Sunday attacks. Schools reopen, maximum security provided. Security operations continue. And in news overseas, 41 die in Moscow plane fire. And now the news in detail. The Criminal Investigations Department has discovered cash worth ₹140 million and assets more than 7 billion rupees belonging to the group which committed the Easter Sunday attacks. Police spokesman Ruwan Gunasekara, addressing a news conference in Colombo, said that a portion of this money has been confiscated by the CID, while the balance currently remains in the bank accounts of these individuals. Mr. Gunasekara further said that the CID has taken relevant measures to freeze the bank accounts of this suicide group. Assets worth more than 7 billion rupees belonging to these persons have also been frozen by the CID. He added that the discovery was made during the ongoing investigations which are being carried out by the CID into the Easter Sunday terror attacks. The police spokesman said that 73 suspects have been arrested in connection with the terrorist attacks, out of which 54 are being questioned by the CID. 19 other suspects are under the custody of the Terrorist Investigations Department. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed that compensation be paid for public and private property that were damaged during yesterday's tense situation in Negombo after assessing the damage. This is mentioned in a statement issued by the Prime Minister's office. Compensation is to be paid after conducting an assessment in order to estimate the damages caused to both public and private property. The statement issued by the Prime Minister's office said that these funds would be dispersed by the Ministry of National Policies, Economic Affairs, Resettlement and Rehabilitation, Northern Province Development and Youth Affairs. Measures to assess the damages will also be undertaken by these ministries which fall under the purview of the Prime Minister. The situation that erupted in the area has been brought under total control. Education from grade 6 upwards in all schools throughout the island resumed today after the consolidation of security. A special security program was unveiled in the Vidya Darsha Vidyalaya at Nochiyagama in Anuradhapura in view of the commencement of the new school term. The Nochiyagama Divisional Secretary undertook an inspection tour to look into the security of the schools in the area. A special security program was in place on behalf of the students and teachers of the Dhammissara National School in Nathandiya. Teachers as well as the students were admitted to the school after a thorough checkup. Security in the Vaunia, Batikalo and Ampar areas was strengthened with the mediation of the police and the army. The provision of security was made by the school development committees in collaboration with the past pupils associations. Western Province Governor Azad Sali engaged in an observation tour of several leading schools within Colombo today to inspect the security that has been accorded to the schools. The governor inspected the security of several schools including Royal College and Visakha Vidyalaya. Schools in the Northern Province reopened as usual today. These schools opened after the consolidation of security. The usual arrival of students was witnessed in the schools. North Central Deputy Inspector General of Police P.S. Sandungahavatta said that full security had been accorded to all schools in the North Central Province. A special security program was in place in the environs before the commencement of the school. A special security program was in place in the environs before the commencement of the schools. Several senior police officers joined in the inspection of schools in the area. Principals claimed that necessary security has been ensured in all schools in the Ambalangod area. The special security program is effective with the mediation of the security sectors and the school security committees. In the meantime, Additional Education Secretary R.M.M. Ratnayaka said that the government arrived at the decision of opening the new school term after the defence sectors assured the consolidation of security in the schools. He said that security has been strengthened for the opening of schools today. The schools were again inspected yesterday through the deployment of the police and the security forces. Security was consolidated when schools were to reopen last week. Thereafter, they continued their discussions on security during the rest of last week. Again, inspections were also carried out yesterday to ensure full security. The decision to open the schools were taken following the consolidation of security by the intelligence and defence sectors. Search operations are still continuing countrywide. 9 terrorist suspects were rounded up in special raids carried out by the Special Task Force in 2 places yesterday. The Special Task Force officers of the Kapitigol camp carried out a raid and succeeded in apprehending 7 persons suspected to be involved in the National Tawhid Jamaat organization. They seized 7 suspected bank account books, 18 hard disks, 3 sets of documents and an unregistered motorcycle. The hard disks and the documents were buried. Meanwhile, a person suspected to be involved in terrorist activities was apprehended with a tab in a search operation in the Berwala area. The Special Task Force said that they arrested another person who was unable to consolidate his identity. The security sectors have recovered a parcel abandoned on the road in the Kartankudi area with 243 knives. The raid was carried out jointly by the Special Task Force and the police. A suspect has been arrested with 215 official seals of government officers and a laptop, as well as a printer used for their printing in the Eravur area. The Eravur police said that several knives and swords were recovered from garbage dumps. The raid was carried out on a tip-off received by the police. In the meantime, the army recovered a haul of explosives abandoned in a deserted land near the Eravur lagoon. There were 350 T-56 live bullets, 6 magazines and 2 hand grenades. The army defused the hand grenades. A person died in the Maravilla area in a clash that occurred with the police when attempts were made to arrest him. A police constable who was injured in a knife attack unleashed by the suspect has been admitted to the Maravilla hospital. 35 ammunitions and more bullets were recovered from an Almirah in a hotel in the Damanatitta Ilukchena Junction, Ampara. The police said that they recovered more hidden ammunition with the assistance of police dogs. 5 suspects were arrested with respect to the incident. 7 new foreign ambassadors and high commissioners accredited to Sri Lanka have presented their credentials to President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's house in Colombo. Ashraf Farhad Shikaliev handed over credentials as the ambassador of Republic of Azerbaijan. Daniel Shubaru is the new ambassador of Argentine Republic. David John Holly is the High Commissioner of Commonwealth of Australia. Artis Berchulis presented credentials as Ambassador of Republic of Latvia. Julius Pranivicius is Ambassador of Republic of Lithuania. Boonam Chuangam is the Ambassador of Laos People's Democratic Republic. And Abdul Rahman Muhammad Al Gaud is the Ambassador of Kingdom of Bahrain. Non-Cabinet Minister Harsha De Silva has assured support to suppress terrorist activities irrespective of party differences. Expressing views to the media, Dr. Harsha De Silva said it was a brutal terrorist attack. Everyone has the trust that the troops that were able to triumph in a 30-year-old war could handle this situation. By now, they are carrying forward their mission in a humanitarian manner. He said that they would extend their full support to the security forces irrespective of the political differences. Further expressing views, the minister said that a special program will be implemented with regard to economic activities. The minister said that a major attack had been unleashed on the economy. The attack on the tourism industry cannot be considered a minor one. But he said that they have the ability to overcome this situation. He said that the media will be briefed by tomorrow on the program due to be mooted through the central bank and the finance ministry. The minister was optimistic that they would be able to overcome the economic setback.
ක්‍රියාවලිය මොකක්ද කියලා මාධ්‍යයට දැනුවත් කරાવી. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඒ හරහා වැටිච්ච ආර්ථිකය යම්කිසි විදියකට අපිට කළමනාකරණය කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා.
The disturbances that took place between two groups in the Porutota area at Kochikade in Negombo has been brought under control. The police claimed that the people are engaged in their normal day-to-day activities. Expressing views in this respect, police media spokesman SP Ruwan Manigasekara said that the tense situation that had surfaced due to a clash between two groups has now been brought under full control. The police spokesman said that two suspects have been apprehended with regard to the incident. Meanwhile, Colombo Archbishop, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, undertook a tour of the Kochikade area in Negombo. The Cardinal, who went to the Periyamulla Church, participated in a discussion with a group including the Islamic clergy. Thereafter, he went to the Porutota Mosque and engaged in a discussion with the Muslim community. Thereafter, in the Archbishop's house, the Cardinal expressed views to the media on the Negombo incident. The Archbishop made a fervent appeal to use the period given to hand over the weapons that the people possess to the nearest police station. He also expressed views with respect to holding the Sunday masses and the opening of the Catholic schools. The Ampara District Ekata Sidimu Stand Up Together program commenced today. This is the third in the series of programs. The program is scheduled to continue for a week. Expressing views in this respect, Ampara District Secretary DML Bandarnayaka said the program has been mooted for speedy development according to a concept of the President. They are glad that they would be able to complete work that was unable to be completed with the involvement at regional, provincial and national levels. Today was the first day. Around 1,000 work programs were carried out today. Shramadana work has already been started. The district secretary said that the Shramadana campaign was divided into two sections. It is a known fact that today is important for the Islamists, the day they begin their fasting. He yesterday instructed the divisional secretaries to carry out their work, leaving room for the Islamic religious work. 600 Shramadana programs were launched today. He mentioned that the final day of this program will be the 11th of this month.
අද දවසේ මම කිව්වොත් ශ්‍රමදාන සංඛ්‍යාව ගත්තොත් 600 ගණනක් අද දවසේ ශ්‍රමදාන කෙරෙනවා. ඒක මම කියන්න ඕනේ.
Parliamentarian Piyal Nishantha arrived at the Criminal Investigations Department to record a statement. It was reported that the MP had allegedly mentioned in a public media that 11 security personnel were among the casualties in the explosion that happened in the Sainda Marudu area in Ampara. He was accused of creating a social disaster by provoking the people. It was in this respect that he was summoned to the Criminal Investigations Department to record a statement. Still on local news, Parliamentarian Faiza Mustafa claims that action should be initiated to wipe out extremist terrorist groups. Addressing a media conference in Colombo, he vehemently condemned the terrorist activities carried out in the country. Faiza Mustafa said that the support of all Muslims should be given to eradicate the Islamist extremism. He mentioned that persons who carried out the attacks are not Muslim. Terrorists have no religion or race. The Muslim community is spurned in some areas due to a group of people. The bond of communities with the Muslims have been distanced and they are working to repair these bonds and brotherhood. He requested society not to shun the Muslim community over an act of a few.
ඒ වගේම අපේ ත්‍රිවිධ හමුදාව අපේ පොලිසිය කරන ක්‍රියාමාර්ගය ඉතාමත් විශිෂ්ටයි. මේ අවස්ථාවේ මොන ආගමක් මොන ජාතියක් වුවත් අපේ ජාතික ආරක්ෂාව ඊට වඩා වැදගත්.
The Criminal Investigations Department is further interrogating Samarasingha Arachilage Madhush Lakshita, alias Makandure Madhush, a member of a criminal gang who was brought to the country. A special police team that went to Dubai brought Makandure Madhush to the island yesterday. The immigration and immigration officials at the airport took Makandure Madhush into their custody after he was brought to the island. Thereafter, the Criminal Investigations Department took him into their custody and brought him to the Colombo Crimes Division for further investigations. Police media spokesman SP Ruwan Gunasekara said that he was being interrogated at length. 31 persons, including Markandre Madush, involved in many crimes, were arrested in Dubai on the 5th of February. Among those arrested, along with Markandre Madush, were many members of a criminal gang, including Kanjipani Imran, as well as vocalist Amal Pereira, his son Nandimal Pereira, as well as actor Ryan Wang. Although all of them were deported to the country from Dubai, there was a delay in the deportation of Madush, as he had filed an appeals petition in the Dubai courts against his deportation. And that's all the news tonight. Log in to itnnews.lk for more. I'm Marshani Gamage. Good night.